Khan, double honors. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom also to the wandered Israelites, which include you Peter children, the so-called Nikos, Latinos, and Indians, who are still oppressed together according to the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33. But to whom Soleil pertained the adoption, the giving of the law, the promises, the glory, and the covenants, according to the book of Romans chapter 9, just in case you don't read, which, or what most people don't do, okay, especially those who you know, who are basically the majority of the people, you know, most of the people, because most people consider themselves as Christians, right? But today, to call yourself a Christian really means you are a demon, okay? Because, you know, first of all, we are Israelites, not Christians, okay? The term Christian is not in the Bible, okay? And second of all, alright, it always is connected with these whorehouses, which are so-called churches. And also it's connected with basically teaching lies and deception to people, you know? Because the churches and the people who consider themselves as Christians, most of them, if you talk with them, you clearly see that they don't know the scriptures, okay? So today is really a special camp because, you know, you are busy in your life, right? You do this, you do that, and really, you know, camp and videos are the only way to, especially camp, you know, doing camp especially, is the only way to really express, yeah, to really come out of yourself, you know, if you understand what I mean. So let me say that again, man, okay? Us doing camp is really the only time you really come out of you coming really out of your, you know, where your spirit really comes out, right? It starts with these videos, you know, you can do this and that a little bit, you know, but really, you know, sometimes people don't see you if you do videos, because not all the time you do videos with your face on the screen, you know, things like that. Because sometimes you want to go, you show the scripture directly to the phone, right? So that's why you don't see brothers' faces always, you know. I myself, for example, I did it a long time, not. Okay, maybe that's a good idea to do that more often in the future. You know, why not? You know, there's, I believe my screen recording, and we will continue in chapter 16, okay, in the book of Job. We will read from 16. But let me finish that real quick. You know, because that screen recording that is in the phone already, it doesn't allow you to record your face while recording the screen. Okay, but for what I know, there are apps that allow you to do that. So maybe I should download an app. Okay, because it's not, you know, it's basically good if people see your face, right? You know. Anyway, yeah, let's continue in the book of Job, chapter 16. You know, and what I mean is, really, you coming out doing camp is really a way to really come out of your comfort zone, okay? But you need that, you know. Your spirit needs that to sometimes go to come out of your comfort zone, you know, because really you are bored, you know. At the job you are bored, at home you are bored, if you're honest, you see. So let's start at chapter 16, the book of Job. Well, let's continue, better said. Then Job answered and said, I have heard many such things, miserable comforters are ye all. Shall vain words have an end, or what emboldeneth thee that thou answerest? I also could speak as ye do, if your soul were in my soul's stead, I could heap up words against you and shake mine head at you. But I would strengthen you with my mouth, and the moving of my lips should assuage your grief. Canaan. If we read from chapter 16, it is because we want to, have a little bit of the old camp video in it, to know where we really stopped, So let's do that. Verse 6. Dogged I speak, my grief is not assuaged, and dogged I forbear, what am I eased? But now he had made me weary, thou hast made desolate all my company, and thou hast filled me with wrinkles, which is a witness against me. And my leanness rising up in me, beareth witness to my face. He teareth me in his wrath, who hated me. He gnashed upon me with his teeth. Mine enemy sharpened his eyes upon me. They have gaped upon me with their mouth. They have smitten me upon the cheek reproachfully. They have gathered themselves together against me. God had delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. Yeah, and the more we are still in this kingdom, the more you sometimes feel a little bit like Job and this and that, what is it, some days and things like that, Verse 10. They have gaped upon me with their mouth, they have smitten me upon the cheek reproachfully, they have gathered themselves together against me. God had delivered me to the ungodly and turned me over into the hands of the wicked. I was at ease.
Entschuldigung, wo wollen Sie denn hin?
Nirgendwo. Ich mache ein Video.
Ah, Sie machen Video!
Ja.
Entschuldigung.
Ja, wollen Sie sehen? Ich habe hier ein Plakat.
Ich dachte, ich kann Ihnen helfen.
Nein, schauen Sie. Das ist für Sie. Können Sie ein Foto machen?
Ach so, was sind Sie für Glauben? Oder an was glauben Sie denn? Ah, schön. Wunderbar, wunderschön. Glauben Sie an Gott? Ich auch.
Ja, wenn du das... Moment, schau mal ganz kurz. Ich habe
Und wie?
ein besseres für Sie.
An jede Blume. An jede Gewächs. An alles. Wir sind einfach nur die Seele, oder?
Ja, ich bin hier meistens an dem Platz, ja.
Nein, ich habe Sie noch nie gesehen. Sagen Sie mir, wo stehen Sie denn hier an dem Platz? Ich habe Sie noch nie gesehen. Warten Sie mal kurz.
Ja, manchmal regnet es, ja, normalerweise.
Aber
wenn's
ich bin so oft hier gefahren, habe Sie noch nie gesehen.
Echt?
Nee.
Auto oder mit E-Scooter?
Ja, mit E-Scooter.
Aber mit E-Scooter habe ich noch nie jemanden hier eigentlich gesehen, als ich hier stand. Immer nur manchmal
Seit wann
Fahrräder.
stehen Sie denn hier?
Seit ungefähr
Na?
ja,
Na, wann?
4-5 Monate.
Ach so, alles klar.
Ja, aber ich hoffe, wenn Sie da ein bisschen googeln, dass Sie vielleicht auch,
Habe ich gefotografiert.
ja, freut mich, vielleicht auch
Ah,
neue
ich
alte
gucke gerne.
Ideen.
Ich weiß nicht, ob Sie den kennen. Das auch so Christ und alles, was man, ja, das Lieben, ja, die Seele.
Ja, eben. Ja, jetzt ist auch eine schwierige Zeit gerade auf der Erde.
Ja,
Und manchmal hilft es, wenn man verschiedene Perspektiven sich anschaut.
ja,
Aber also ich bin jetzt keine Sekte oder so, sondern wir denken einfach, dass wir bestimmte Sachen aus der Bibel so und so sehen. Und wenn man sich das anschaut, kann man ja selber schauen, ob das stimmt oder nicht.
Ja.
Und ja, vielleicht ist ja was Neues für Sie auch mal, was Sie noch nicht gehört haben oder schon gehört haben, weiß ich nicht.
ja, ich
Genau.
gucke diesen Mann sehr gerne.
Sind Sie orthodox oder
Nee,
normal
ich war
christlich?
katholisch.
Katholisch? Ah, okay.
Aber ich musste katholisch sein. Aber ich glaube nicht mehr daran, was die da mir erzählen.
Katholisch, ja. Sind Sie Italienerin? Oder?
Nein, ich bin Polen.
Ah, okay.
Ganz streng war das. Wenn man nicht hingegangen ist, kriegt man noch einen Tritt.
Okay. Ja, an katholische Kirche würde ich auch nicht unbedingt glauben. Also das ist
Ja.
manchmal sehr,
Schrecklich.
sehr seltsam.
Schrecklich, seltsam. Ja. Und Sie sind Christ. Und was machen Sie denn hier? Wo wohnen Sie denn?
Ich wohne in Singen, ich mache hier nur so ein Video, eine Stunde ungefähr und dann bin ich
Ja,
wieder weg.
haben Sie irgendwie so 85 oder so, wo
Ich bin leider hier in der Gegend der Einzigste von meiner Gemeinde.
Ja.
Aber ja, so an sich, ich habe einen YouTube-Kanal.
Ah, Juppie!
YouTube habe ich. Oder wir haben einen YouTube-Kanal. Ja.
Ich gucke sehr gerne diesen Mann, der erzählt auch sehr, ich weiß nicht, ob Sie den kennen.
Peter Fall? Nein, kann ich nicht.
Ja, und der redet genauso, ja, und nicht nur der, über diese ganze Vernebelung, was wir hier haben, das ist
Ja, das
traurig,
stimmt.
ne?
Ja.
Ja, das ist traurig. Ja, naja, ich freue mich, Sie kennenzulernen.
Ja, Freunde, wie heißen Sie?
Christine.
Christine, Fabrice. Sie wohnen hier dann in Ehingen, oder?
Nein, ich bin jetzt umgezogen. Von einem Mensch, der überhaupt nicht so offen ist. Nur an Besitz glaubt und am Haben und am... der ist hier angewurzelt in die Erde. Der kommt ja nicht mehr weg.
Ja, gibt's ja, soll es geben. Ja, auch die Bibel sagt natürlich, nicht jeder glaubt an Gott, ne?
Ja.
Aber, na gut.
Und ich musste mich trennen, weil das irgendwie nicht passt.
Ach so, echt?
Ja,
Ah, okay.
ich bin da so... ja, so sind Sie so.
Ohne
Und der
allen Gottes da.
Mensch ist er so ganz tief angewurzelt in die Beine in der Erde, alle Besitz, alle. Ja,
Ja, das stimmt, ja.
Ja,
Ja.
dann habe ich mich beschlossen, nach ein paar Jährchen, wie ich mir das angeguckt habe, angehört habe, diese Neid, diese ständige Neid, diese Mist, andere Menschen und so nonstop diese ganze, wenn ich sage, ja, da habe ich mir gedacht, tja, du gehst jetzt deinen eigenen Weg. Nimmst du sich, meditierst, machst deine Aura und gehst andere Weg. Weil sonst
Ja.
der stört mich an alles.
Ja,
Weil der zieht mich immer so runter.
ja das stimmt, ja. Viele haben das Talent, jemanden runterzuziehen. Vor allem, wenn man selbst so viel Energie hat.
Die saugt mir einfach förmlich diese ganze Kraft. Ja,
Ja.
am Tag. Ja,
Genau. Ja, ich kann Ihnen gerne meinen YouTube-Kanal mal geben.
Genau.
Dann können
gerne,
Sie haben ja YouTube,
gerne.
oder? Sie
Ja,
haben einen
klar.
Kanal auch.
Ja.
Okay.
Ich bin so froh. Was haben Sie denn da?
Jetzt hält der wahrscheinlich hier und fragt mich, ob ich hier ein.
Ah! Ah! Einen
Genau.
Moment, ich bin sehr froh. Sie schreiben mir das selber auf. So.
Das Screenshot ist Taste runter und Tastensperre, oder? Screenshot.
Ich weiß nicht, was Sie meinen jetzt gerade, ne?
Und wenn Sie Fragen haben, dann können Sie mir hier auch schreiben einfach. Wenn Sie einen Screenshot machen, haben Sie hier auch nochmal die Nummer. So, genau. Also so findet man mich auf YouTube. Und so können Sie mir nochmal schreiben, wenn es ist.
So.
Genau.
Jetzt mal gucken.
Ich habe keinen Screenshot gemacht, ne?
Ach so,
Nee,
ich finde Sie jetzt
ich weiß nicht, wie der Screenshot hier
Wenn
funktioniert.
Sie
Leider.
hier mal schreiben, Ihre YouTube-Adresse.
Ja, Moment.
No? Einfach so, wie Sie da so unterwegs sind. Dann wird sich schon mal wahrscheinlich zeigen. Oh,
Hier.
zeigt sich aber nicht.
Sie wissen, wer der Löwe ist?
Nein. Löwe. Ah, nee, Löwe nicht. weil letztes Mal habe ich gehört, was uns jetzt mal erwartet, die 12 Jahre. Wie könnte ich sie denn jetzt?
Also wenn Sie einen Screenshot machen, dann verlieren Sie das nicht. Vielleicht hier so, ne?
Da gucken Sie mal. Sie zeigen sie nicht.
Ah.
Sie hier nicht da. No.
Jetzt.
Und jetzt?
Jetzt können Sie das wegmachen und hier sehen Sie nicht. Moment. Ja, Karma, stimmt, ja.
Mama!
will
Das habe ich
aber.
gestern darüber mein Bericht gesehen. Ja. Ja. Gestern über Karma, ja. Das hat mich sehr interessiert.
Wollte ich vorhin auch sagen, weil Sie davon geredet haben. Und da, ja, gut.
Ja, über Karma, ja.
Und wenn Sie hier bei meinem Kanal, wenn Sie hier dann, schauen Sie hier zum Beispiel, wenn Sie hier sind, Moment, hier.
Aber
das ist
wollen
dann
Sie
offiziell.
abonnieren? Sind Sie zu bezahlen?
Nein.
Nein, sind Sie nicht zu bezahlen.
Aber das ist eigentlich für Deutschland so gesehen. Ich bin sozusagen nur einzeln hier. Ne?
Alleine?
Deswegen
Wirklich alleine? Nein. Wirklich?
Deswegen
Nein.
deswegen gebe ich in diesen Kanal auch mit, weil das ist eigentlich Deutschland, also sozusagen Aufnahme oder Hauptbild.
Komisch. Ah, da? Gucken Sie mal. Live Games, den man kann. Ist das das?
Ja, genau.
Oh,
Frankfurt.
ich freue mich schon. Ich freue mich.
Ja, schauen Sie mal rein. Ich hab ein gutes Gefühl.
Ich freue mich sehr. Ja, solche Menschen brauchen wir es heute. Zum Gott. Zum Beten und zum Gott.
Jetzt haben Sie ja auch in CERN diesen
CERN?
Teilchenbeschleuniger wieder. am
Ah,
Start.
das habe ich auch schon mal gehört. Na, sagen Sie mal echt, ne?
Ja, aber ja, ist halt so, ja. Ich weiß nicht, Charles Darwin sagt Ihnen was? Satanist?
Ja, ja. Haben Sie das mal schon mal gesehen? Von dieser Queen, die unterdrücken hat und alles da
Ja,
Mögliches.
ja.
Ja, über was lieben wir denn, ja? Wissen wir das doch gar nicht, oder? Das ist ja
Aber
schrecklich.
schauen Sie, das ist halt das, wo wir so ein bisschen sind. Wir sehen die Sachen so, aber wir konzentrieren uns einfach darauf, was die Bibel sagt und wir versuchen das so ein bisschen zu ignorieren einfach. Ja,
Ja,
weil
genau.
die machen, was auch immer sie machen,
Ja,
und so weiter.
ja.
Ja, und
Aber jetzt kommt's, ne? Endlich mal kommt's, oder? Und die ganze Kirche, sagen Sie,
Ja.
meine Eltern haben die mich gepeitscht, die haben mich mal gesteuert. Ich muss jeden Sonntag noch Katechismus lernen in Schule und dann noch zur Schule, zur Kirche zu gehen. Ich war total
Echt?
verklemmt.
Wow,
Ja,
okay.
das war streng. Das war irre krank. Mein Vater, der hat mich richtig mal gepeitscht, wenn wir nicht zur Kirche gegangen. Wir mussten jeden Sonntag zur Schule laufen um 11. Ja? Und ich stand da und dachte ich mir, na, was erzählen die denn da so wohl? Und dann so diese Beichte und diese kleine Kommunie und dies und das, es war alles so, ich weiß es nicht, ob das war
Aber es war,
Religion
in
oder
Deutschland,
war
oder?
das, nein, in Polen.
In Polen, okay, ja.
Ja, ne, in Deutschland nicht. Ich zwinge meine Kinder nicht mehr dazu, die sind frei. Die machen das freiwillig. Was sie glauben und was sie denken, es ist deren Entscheidung. Ja.
Ja, aber ich habe ein gutes Bild von, also den Polen, die ich kenne, habe ich echt ein sehr gutes Bild. Und ja, ich kenne leider nicht viel aus Polen, aber ich kenne halt die ich kenne, habe ich ein sehr, sehr gutes Bild.
Und dann, es gab ja einen Zeitraum, wo ich dann sozusagen abgewegt habe. Mein Gott, die ganze Sache, ich wollte nichts mehr damit zu tun haben. Ne? Ich habe gesagt, jetzt ist fertig, ich will nichts mehr, ich glaube nichts mehr, gar nichts mehr. Und das hat ja ein paar Jährchen gedauert, bis ich dann wieder gefunden habe. Ja,
Echt? Wieder zurück?
ja,
Okay.
ja.
Ja, ich sag mal so, ich lese ja gerade das Buch Hiob. Ne? Das
Ja.
sagt Ihnen vielleicht was.
Ja, ja, natürlich.
Und ich lese das halt auf Englisch, aber es ist eigentlich dasselbe wie auf Deutsch. Und
Ich muss es gerade ausschalten.
ja, bei Hiob ist es halt so, dem wurde halt alles genommen.
Ja, weiß ich.
Und er war halt wirklich also wahrscheinlich noch viel mehr als wir im Grunde genommen. Ja, wirklich da am Ende.
Ja.
Und
Hab ich
dann,
auch.
ja, dann war
Ja.
das war echt schlimm, ja. Aber er wurde dann immer gesegnet noch.
Ja.
Nochmal doppelt so viel gesegnet wie davor.
Ja.
Und das ist halt deswegen in der Bibel, dass wir das halt so verstehen können, dass wenn es uns schlecht geht, dass er uns halt sozusagen prüfen will, um uns halt dann danach zu erhöhen, um uns halt dann danach, ne? Sie wissen es ja,
Ja, ja.
aber klar, betrifft uns alle, ne? Also auch Satanisten und Charles Darwin und wie sie alle heißen, die gehen auch durch Sachen, ja, aber im Endeffekt lernen sie halt nicht daraus, das ist halt der Unterschied. Ja, im Endeffekt kann man von sowas nur profitieren, wie auch hier, wenn man daraus lernt.
Ja. Ich war sowas von gezwungen. Und dann hatte ich bei Lieben geliebt. Ich war in Schweiz, sie hat gearbeitet, ich hat Geschäft, Weingeschäft. Ich bin gereist und ich habe Sachen gemacht und getan und dann irgendwann ist ein Punkt gekommen, wo ich dann wieder gesagt habe, ja,
Ah, okay, echt, ja. Aber im Ausland oder hier in Deutschland? Oder?
ja, in Ausland war ich da in der Schweiz unterwegs und Geschäfte gemacht und sonst was und dies da. Und alles Geld, ich war nur gierig nach Geld und Geld und Geld und Geld. Und
Ja.
am besten, wer weiß, was man haben soll, ja. Und dann irgendwann ist der Punkt gekommen, wo tatsächlich ich habe angefangen, mich zu entspannen, mich zu relaxen, von oben bis nach unten, Meditation zu machen und zum Gott zu sehen. Gejoggt.
Meditation, ja.
Da oben sogar bin ich da hingeladen und meine Sonne geguckt, mein Gott. Ja, ja,
Meditation ist echt auch ein guter Weg, um eins zu sein mit der Natur, ne?
ja. Natur ist das Eins und A, ne? Wir sind die Erde, oder? Ja. So,
Ja,
ich
also-
muss ja gucken, ob ich den Zug finde, ja.
Vielleicht haben Sie sich schon mal mit den Apokryphen beschäftigt.
Sag mir was, aber nicht so wirklich.
Ah, sehen Sie, da haben wir schon was, wo Sie sich ein bisschen reinfuchsen können.
Ich schreibe
demnächst.
dir, ich schreibe sie.
Okay. Dann noch einen schönen Abend.
Ja, gleichfalls.
Es wird auch Wetter echt schlecht jetzt mittlerweile, ne?
Aber da kommt jetzt schöne Positivdenken.
Wie lange fahren Sie noch?
Was?
Wie lange fahren Sie noch?
Eine Station.
Ah, gut, geht. Yeah, so we will continue in the book of Job, chapter we were at Salachia. Verse 13. His archers compass me round about, he cleaved my reins asunder, and doth not spare. He poured out out my gall upon the ground, he breaketh me with preach upon preach, he won it upon me like a giant. Yeah, like I said, the last video. Ich?
Ja,
Nein, ich bleib hier noch ungefähr eine halbe Stunde oder so.
und dann fahren sie weg.
Ich bin mit dem Auto hier, ich fahre später erst.
Ich
Ja.
wollte noch fragen.
Nein, ich fahre später erst, ich bleib hier noch ein bisschen.
Okay.
Aber noch regnet's nicht, ne?
Naja, ein bisschen nieselt, aber das macht ja doch nichts.
Ja. Macht wirklich nichts, ja. Yeah, like I said the last video, there was a time when giants were on Earth, you know, and yeah, you know, there were many people that were actually killed by a giant running basically upon them, you know, which is really not so funny if you think about it. Verse 15. I have sewed sackcloth upon my skin and defiled my horn in the dust. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids is the shadow of death. Not for any injustice in my hands, also my prayer is pure. O earth, cover not thou my blood, and let my cry have no place. Also now behold, my witness is in heaven, and my record is on high. My friends scorn me, but mine eye poured out tears unto God. Oh, that one might plead for a man with God as a man pleaded for his neighbor. When a few years are come, then I shall go the way whence I shall not return. Chapter 17. My breath is corrupt, my days are extinct, the graves are ready for me. Are there not mockers with me, and doeth not mine eye continue in their provocation? Lay down now, put me in authority with thee. Who is he that will strike hands with me? For thou hast hid their heart from understanding, therefore shalt thou not exalt them. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. He that made also, he had me also, a byword of the people, and aforetime I was a tabret. Okay, or how you say that. Mine eye also is dim by reason of sorrow, and all my members are as a shadow. Upright man shall be astonished at this, and the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he that had clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. But as for you all, do ye return and come now, for I cannot find one wise man among you. Yeah, man, there was a woman from Poland at a few minutes ago, and if you don't know, Poland is this one state, almost next to Germany, somewhere. I believe it's even exactly next to Germany.
Schönen Tag noch.
Ebenfalls. And if you remember, when Hitler ruled here in Germany, he was basically in the rulership position. There are lots of documentaries, how he came to that position, things like that, right? And really, you had these concentration camps in Poland. If you know the term, I believe Auschwitz. So basically, Auschwitz is in Poland. This is one main concentration camp that Hitler had. So, this Europe is really a hellhole. You see to understand that, right? Because really there was a time when you could basically do everything you want here in Europe, okay? Like Hitler, and really more people, Then you had also the time when the Russians, basically had also already a war going on, all the countries around Russia, today it's Russia. Back then it was, or not so long ago, it was called different, right? Because it was bigger, it was more countries together, basically being a so-called state. Being called one state, So anyway, this Auschwitz thing, right, is in Poland, if you don't know, right? I believe it's Auschwitz, because there were more, okay, but I believe it was Auschwitz that was in Poland, right? And it's also important, that we sometimes go into these things because it's history, Some of these things are important to know, because, yeah, man, it is basically, it's a reflection onto these days. Sometimes if you read it, you figure out certain things about this time, you figure out certain patterns, how people act this times and things like that. It's at least as important as these movies to watch these documentaries, right? Yeah, man, so Khan, continue. Let's continue, You know, and you had Israelites in Poland, you know, just wanted to finish that. So that's sweet, you know. um, verse 15. I have sealed sackcloth upon my skin and defiled my horn in the dust. My face is foul with weeping, and on my eyelids is the shadow of death. Not for any injustice in mine hands, also my prayer is pure. You know, what I showed here is a picture of Yahweh, you know, which is basically one of, or like I would say it like this, you know. I have many pictures, but what I showed here was Yahweh, you know, the real picture of who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and who the 12 tribe and the 12 tribes chart. You know, this is what I showed her, and this is what she has a photo right now. You know, of you know. Then I showed her the GMS Germany camp and my channel. You know, but really, yeah, you know, really. You know, really, I told her that I basically, of course, not alone in Germany, but here in this region of Germany, basically alone. You know, and who knows, man? You know, maybe she will be a sister, and if she has a man, maybe she, you know, her man and things like that. You know, household salvation and whatever. You know, not whatever, but you know, these are good things, man. The scripture tells you that. The scripture tells you that, okay, that if somebody asks you because he sees your hope, you will give them testimony of your hope. And what is our hope? Exactly, Yahweh Shai, okay, who actually exists, okay, not that Jesus Christ, Jezebel dude, okay. So that is a good thing, man. Okay, that is a good thing. Because our hope, don't forget, is the only hope actually that exists here on this earth, man, if you don't understand. You know, for those listeners who really don't understand. So let's continue. Okay, there is no hope, but only one hope. Okay? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? With power and you know, might, glory, you know, praise, you know. There are not enough adjectives, you know, not enough words to basically describe, you know, what this name basically brings, man. So let's continue. Verse 20, you know, and basically if you give them your channel and then the next camp, you know, the next bigger camp in your country, they already know if they see, you know, if they like it or not, and you can't bring them to the truth anyway, you know. You see, so our job is to preach, you know, not to you know, convince, you know, basically. But she was really nice, you know. That's how, like I said, the Polish or Poland people, every Poland people that I know is very nice, you know. So there are a lot of Israelites, because Israelites ruled Europe, you know. So of course Poland is just one part of it. 20. My friend scorned me, but mine eye poured out tears unto God. Oh, that one might plead for a man with a God as a man plead for his neighbor. When a few years are come, then I shall go the way whence I shall not return. And also you had that dude sitting here, you know, and then he's basically a young dude, you know. Then he just said bye, you know, because, you know, people are not stupid. They see that you have some hope in you, you know. Chapter 17. My breath is corrupt, my days are extinct, the graves are ready for me. Are there not markers with me? And do it not mine eye continue in their provocation? Lay down now, put me in authority with thee, who is he that will strike hands with me? For thou hast hid their heart from understanding, therefore shall thou not exalt them. He that speaketh flattery to his friends, even the eyes of his children shall fail. He had made me also a byword of the people, and aforetime I was a tabret. Mine eye also is dim by reason of sorrow, and all my members are as a shadow. Upright man shall be astonished at this, and the innocent shall stir up himself against the hypocrite. The righteous also shall hold on his way, and he that had clean hands shall be stronger and stronger. But as for you all, do ye return and come now? I cannot find one wise man among you. My days are past, my purposes are broken off, even the dogs of my heart. They change the night into day, the light is short because of darkness. If I wait, the grave is mine house. I have made my bed in the darkness. I have said to corruption, thou art my father, to the worm, thou art my mother and my sister. And where is now my hope? As for my hope, who shall see it? They shall go down to the balls of the pit when our rest together is in the dust. Calm man, you know. Chapter 18. Then answered Bildad the Shuhite and said, How long will it be ere you make an end of words? Mark, and afterwards we will speak. Wherefore are we counted as beasts and reputed while in your sight? He teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee, and shall the rock be removed out of his place? Yet the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. Okay, Malachi 1:2. Okay. Real quick. Malachi 1:2. You know, my sides are a little bit, you know, the corners sometimes are a little bit, you know. I have to buy a new Bible, man. I want the 1611 so bad, you know, because I got the standard KJV, and if I do lessons videos, I use the 1611. So why don't buy it, right? Yeah, Malachi 1 and 2 I said, right? So Malachi 1, yeah, did I say 1 and 2? Wait, let me check it real quick, because I got it right here, you know, as a, yeah, 1 and 2, you know, footnote. I have loved you, said the Lord, yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Khan, okay? Khan, because, you know, he is the wicked. Verse 6, the light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. For he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh upon a snare. The gin shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. His strength shall be hunger bitten, and destruction shall be ready at his side. It shall devour the strength of his skin, even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength. Okay? His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors, okay, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushai, basically, you know, because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, with all that power, you know, he has the left hand side and the right hand side. And guess what? It's both. You know, the left hand side is like the wicked. You know, also demons, things like that, right? It's all controlled by him, you know. So Yahweh Shem Yahushai is of course not evil or something. You know, Scripture tells you that. But of course he controls everything, okay? It would be nonsense if Yahweh Hashem Shai would be the creator of the universe, okay, but he just controls the good, right? And the wicked, he has no control over it. It would be nonsense, you know? Then basically it would not be the same salvation for us, man. It would be like a 50-50% salvation, you know, but we have 100% salvation and we got a 100% name, you know. If the name Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai comes out of your mouth, okay, there's power with that, you know, and it can't be that this name has so much power. It can't be that it's just the good side, you know, that he has control of. Makes no sense, okay, makes no sense, because, you know, for example, at a company, he that has the last word on everything, exactly, he controls basically everything, because if you're under that dude, you know, I don't talk about women, because this thing that you have women in the job and things like that is not a normal thing, okay, that is really not you know, that is really not so good, you know. And in the kingdom, the woman will have a righteous and better place than going to work, you know. Really, they deserve something better, if you will, okay. We also don't have to work in the kingdom, if you don't know. But what I mean is, you know, those who are under this dude will have, even if they have a good position, things like that, right? They still can't do something without the stamp, if you will, of that dude who has the last word, right? So of course, this dude who has the last word has the control of everything, you know, if you will, right? And who has the last word? I ask you. You see? So it wouldn't make sense if he controls only the good, but the bad, you know, he's not in control of it, you know. Makes no sense. Verse 14, his confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle, and it shall bring him to the king of terrors. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his. Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. His root shall be dried up beneath, and above shall his branch be cut off. His remembrance shall perish from the earth, and he shall have no name in the street. He shall be driven from light into darkness, and chased out of the world. He shall neither have son nor nephew among his people, nor any remaining in his dwellings. They that come after him shall be astonished at his day, as they that went before were affrighted. Surely such are the dwellings of the wicked, and this is the place of him that knoweth not God. Then Job answered and said, How long will ye vex my soul, and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times have ye reproached me. Ye are not ashamed that ye make yourselves strange to me. And be it indeed that I have erred in mine error remained with myself. If indeed ye will magnify yourselves against me, and plead against me my reproach, now that God had overthrown me, and had compassed me with his net. Behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not heard. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment. He had fenced up my way that I cannot pass, and he had set darkness in my paths. He had stripped me out of my glory, and taken the crown of my head. He had destroyed me on every side. I am gone, and my hope had he removed like a tree. He had also kindled his wrath against me, and he counted me unto him as one of his enemies. Okay, again, I don't read the book of Job again, because, you know, he's my favorite prophet or things like that, you know. I just read it because, like I said, the book of Job is hard to understand, and as these people always do, they twist everything they find, which the book of Job, of course, also, right? So I want to read this to you so we can understand it even better, you know, because it's really a hard book to understand, right? Or it is basically not so easy to understand, you know, for the unlearned. So if we read it again, you know, that's for the betterment, you know, for the betterment of your understanding. It's not because I want to, uh, you know, I want to say something with that, or you know, something. We all go through that, you know. We all go to these days where we feel like, oh man, you know, this is really heavy. But remember, Yahweh said, my yoke is easy. You know, my yoke is not that heavy. You know. Yeah, but of course we go to that, you know, because you know our master went to it, so we have to go to it, and you know it's not easy. And you know the book of Job, you don't want to understand it in the wrong way, right? So that's why we read it again, so you can understand it better. Okay. Verse 12, his troops come together and raise. Okay, you can also read Revelation 19, 11, Proverbs 21, 20, 32, but I don't want to make you know these reading camp sessions you know too much on yeah, you know, and on other precepts basically, you know. I want to read more. Verse 3, I have heard the check of my reproach, and the spirit of my understanding caused me to answer. You know, Daniel 4:17, 2 Peter 3:4. Knowest thou not of this not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, Malachi 1:4, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, you see, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, Isaiah 14:13, Amos 9:1. Doubt his excellency, okay, which the excellency at the moment, you know, who got the biggest, you know, the you know, for example, the Lamborghini, you know, you know, 10 Lamborghini, you know, you better believe that, you know, so-called Chris Brown has to do sacrifices to have you know, to have all that, you know. You're not all of a sudden in the music industry, okay, you know, being one of the most listened rappers, you know, things like that, okay. That's not the case, okay. So like the beautiful elder Apostle Tahar said in one of his last videos, okay, I believe he talked about Kendrick Lamar, right? And Kendrick Lamar is also in darkness, he said, right? Because really to be invited to these parties, you have to have some kind of, you have to make some sacrifices, I mean, you know. Okay? So what they do is they mix the they put a little bit, you know, truth into their music to make it seen as if they are, you know, children of light. But really, you know, the scripture tells you that even Satan, okay, Satan himself appears, wants to appear like an angel of light, man. Okay, so how much more these really simple rappers out there, man. Okay, because you are simple if you're a sellout. That's just what it is. Okay, which simple is not an attack word, if you will. It's just, you know, scripture also tells you that the simple believe it every word. Okay. Yeah, man. Okay. So of course you have to make these sacrifices. Oh, we were skipping. Let's read verse 19, okay, because we were skipping basically, I believe. Okay, so let's just read verse 19, so we have it all basically in order again. So again, verse 19. Then Job answered and said, How long will you vex my soul and break me in pieces with words? These 10 times have you reproached me. Ye are not ashamed that ye make yourselves strange to me. And be it indeed that I have erred, mine error remaineth with myself, if indeed ye will magnify yourselves against me, and plead against me my reproach. know now that God had overthrown me and had compassed me with his net. Behold, I cry out of wrong, but I am not healed. I cry aloud, but there is no judgment. He had fenced up my way, that I cannot pass, and he had set darkness in my paths. He had stripped me out off my glory and taken the crown of my head. He had destroyed me on every side, and I am gone, and mine hope is had he removed like a tree. He had also kindled his wrath against me, and he counted me unto him as one of his enemies. Revelation 19:11, like I said, Proverbs 21:33. His troops come together and raise up the raise up their way against me and encamped round about my tabernacle. Can't, because I was drawing something here. You can see it, but so that I still can read it, but it's kind of like dark already. So so I had to look a second time, right? Verse 13, he had put my brethren far from me, and mine acquaintance are rarely estranged from me. My kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me. They that dwell in mine house and my mates count me for a stranger. I am an alien in their sight. That proves that the word alien just means stranger, by the way, right? Or not from this earth, basically, If you can't, because if you go into the so-called aliens, really it just means that they are not from this world. But also alien just means a stranger, Okay, somebody that you don't know is a stranger, basically. An alien, I mean. I called my servant and he gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. And it says here a stranger, and a few words after that it says alien. So basically a different word, right? Really, alien means not from this world, right? Khan. So you have to go on the Hebrew word. If you're on a phone or on a PC, computer right now, you can look that up, because they have to be in verse 15. Okay, there have to be two different words. Okay, one word is stranger and the other is alien. Okay, so just that you know what it means, you should put these two words in the Atom Online, which there's also an app for that, and you should really try to understand it. But first, go into the Hebrew. You can use the Blue Letter Bible. Okay, you can use the KingJam.s. They basically have both similar descriptions. But be careful with the ancient Hebrew when it comes to the website the KingJam.s, because not everything, okay, is right. What you see there, okay. We don't have the pure tongue to the point where we can, okay, speak it perfectly. So be careful, Don't say, oh, that's 100% that isn't that, right? You can go by the description, but even that goes off sometimes. For example, the Blue Letter Bible, the KingJam.s, they go off on certain words. They just, I don't know where they got these things from. Okay, but copy and paste and no understanding and doctrine from E. The deceiver and the deceiver, the deceived and the deceiver are his, right? And they just copy paste basically. These creators of these websites. So really, you have to be careful with anything what you see. Basically, even when a brother from GMS says something, which it goes off. Scripture tells you that don't suffer sin on your brother, right? And you bring it maybe before the camp or something, and then it comes to an elder, and then he will rebuke that, or you will rebuke it. Okay, but Scripture says don't rebuke an elder. So if it's an elder, you don't do that. You can go to the camp and do it in that way, so it may reach him in another way, but it's not your choice if it reaches him or not. Let me say it like that, right? Okay, but it's a brother, you know. But you have to be also careful if you are nearer to the truth than this brother, actually, you know. So be careful with everything you do, you know. Scripture also talks about examine first the truth before you rebuke anyway, man, or any brother, you know. You know. Whereas Whereas, 16. I called my servant, and he gave me no answer. I entreated him with my mouth. My breath is strange to my wife, dogged I entreated for the children's sake of mine own body. Yeah, young children despised me, I arose, and they spake against me. You know, this is usually not the time where I do camp, you know. So this is really, you know, kind of like, what is it? Yeah, not so normal camp session, if you will, when it comes to the daytime, you know. So it's actually not so late, you know, but here in Germany, you know, it's already dark, kind of like soon dark. It gets you know, for example, in 1 week the sun goes down later, okay, for example, but it's still really early, you know, if you will. Yeah. My breath is strange to my wife, verse 17, dogged I entreated for the children's sake of mine own body. Yeah, young children despised me, I arose, and they spake against me. All my inward friends abhorred me, and they whom I loved are turned against me. My bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth. Have pity on me, have pity upon me, O ye my friends, for the hand of God hath touched me. Why do ye persecute me as God, and are not satisfied with my flesh? Oh, that my words were now written. Oh, that they were printed in a book. They that were graven with an iron pen and lead the rock in the rock forever. For I know that my Redeemer liveth, and that he shall stand at the latter day upon the earth. And dogged after my skin, worms destroy his body. Yet in my flesh shall I see God, whom I shall see for myself, and mine eyes shall behold, and not another. Dogged my wings be consumed within me. But ye should say, why persecute we him, seeing the root of the matter is found in me? Be ye afraid of the sword, for wrath bringeth the punishments of the sword, that ye may know there is a judgment. Okay. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Akakodash. Okay, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. You know, my nose is running again, of course. You know, yeah, man. You know, Scripture tells you that it's better to be in the house of mourning than in the house of laughter. You know, and you see, it's not like you should have these dogs all the time. You know, oh, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is punishing me. You know, really, like many brothers also say, you know, it doesn't really benefit you to be down all the time in a way where really you are hindered to do things that just have to do with this life, right? That is not good, okay? But you know, you can understand it like this, right? If you're in the house of mourning, it just means that, you know, you have this truth, because the truth really, it comes sweet, but it really, you know, if you swallow it, it's bitter. Okay, that just means that you understand that everything that came upon us is deserved. Okay, and we have to make it out of here, but we are still in here. Okay, if you can understand, that is the bitter thing, and that is also being in the house of mourning. Being in the house of mourning doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be you know, kind of like down all the time, or on battery saver all the time, you know. Battery saving is good, if you will, you know. like that battery saving mode that you have on your you know, the option that you have on your phone. Okay, that is okay. Okay, we are in that battery saver mode. Okay, we are in that. But you know, to be down all the time is really what I mean. Is not beneficial. Kind of like, you know, it's not really beneficial. You know, I just wanted to say that because we was reading the book of Job, and yeah, the video is 1 hour now. You know, I leave it there. You know, all praises to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Okay, and double honors to the elders as always. Elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Okay. Which, you know, also this woman that was here and this dude, if he would ask me something, you know, really what you want to show the people really is the elders and apostles, right? Which I could have done so, but, you know, it's not always the first thought when people show up, but really this is what is most benefit for them. But they will come to the elders if they have your information, right? And you know, which it's better that they have the camp information of your country, really, you know. But she just asked about me, so I just, you know, it's the spirit, because you know, usually, you know, like I said, it's best to give the elders information, you know. So like I said, man, if she's really about finding the truth, then she will find it, you know. So if that all praises to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and she can also ask me. Okay, I gave her my information. All praises to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem, Rakah Kodash. Okay, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. And yeah, Shalom.